Welcome back, Whistle Podcast, episode 8. It's been a
Yeah,
minute. We've been off
only a minute now.
for
I think it's been a while for sure.
a minute. It's been a minute. Uh, we're back. We had some holidays we took off, some car accidents, some
Yeah, getting rear-ended is
under
always
the
fun.
under the weather instances, but we're still here. I mean,
Luckily, I don't know, got rear-ended at four-way stop. Just got
yeah,
lucky.
whether you like it or not, you get to look at our faces again. Don't worry, not sickness. Scratch my eyeball. Just looks bad. But we're gonna talk about some sports. We have a lot of sports to talk about. We been off for a while. We missed a lot, John. We-
Yeah, well, the holiday season kind of, we thought we were gonna try to get some stuff in. It was just difficult. So,
yeah, but it's
our
been
schedules were kind of just we're busy people. So,
yeah, it's been a wild holiday and a wild time in sports. So we'll dive in here. We'll start. Where we want to start? Let's start Indiana. Indiana is your college football playoff champions, which is the weirdest sentence I think I've ever said.
uh,
Uh,
I mean, I would have thought that we'd never win a national football championship. Like what?
yeah,
Like,
I never, I
I'm
you know,
guessing there's people rolling in their graves right now, like, what is going on?
yeah, I'm happy the Big Ten won another championship. Right, we started with Michigan, Ohio State won last year, Indiana won this year. I mean, the Big Ten's on top. You can't deny it. I mean, they are they are the pinnacle right now. But I am not a fan of the the transferring and the national championship game was a NFL playoff game essentially. I mean, the age of these guys were just insane.
Yeah, I knew these people were old, but I didn't know they were that old because what did this Carson Beck said, "Oh, what are you doing about class?" And he's like, "I haven't had to go to class in 2 years." Like what?
Yeah, he's been
Like
graduated for 2 years, and
years
then
and you're allowed to play college football stuff? Like, I don't know about that. You
yeah,
know?
I'm not a fan. It was very hard. I mean, I had it on. And I watched it, but it was very hard to get invested when it's not really college kids anymore. It's not. It's
Yeah,
just not what it was, and it's
it's
not.
not what it was because it's like you said, you got people that are 24 or 25 years old that should already be in professional football if they, should be, but they're not. Because obviously, I know football, right? You have to stay 3 years no matter what, right? But
Mhm.
but like, come on now, you're letting these kids get an exception, like, welcome back for your seventh year. What?
Yeah, I
No,
mean, I
like
get,
that.
I some of it I understand with the COVID year. So the guys that were like freshmen for the COVID year, I get maybe 6 years if you get a medical red shirt or something, but we're looking at 7, 8. I mean,
Yeah,
the
like I
one
didn't see it here.
the guy from Ole Miss, right? He's suing the NCAA because he can't get a 6 year of eligibility. Well,
Yeah.
come on,
I
dude.
don't know why he wants to go back because he would be making money if he goes to the pros. I know he's probably making good money in Old Miss, but like if you want to do this the rest of your life, go do it.
Well, I mean, I think that's part of the problem, right? We talked about this episode 1 or 2. It's there's no incentive to go pro. I mean, you can make all your money in college, and some of these guys are probably making more money. I mean, some of these I know, Ohio State, Michigan, these guys bank off of football, so they run these kids through the ringer with with endorsements and everything else, and they're probably making they're set. I mean, Bryce Underwood, if he was smart and invested his money correctly, he'd never have to work a day in his life. I mean,
Exactly.
and he would never have to go pro. Like he wouldn't. You're
He
making
wouldn't ever have to go pro. He could just do that and you know
yep,
live off of that the rest of his life. And I
right,
mean,
right.
obviously we saw Dante Moore's going back to school. Like, like that guy is, it's just you like you said, there's no incentive to go to pro now because you're already making so much money especially the big schools, you're making a lot of money. So
Yeah.
obviously that's why you see a lot of people, as we talked about, transfer to bigger schools because they know they can make the bank if they can. So might as well take it because,
Yep.
in the same situation, I'm not going to say I couldn't do it because I would say do the same thing. Like, yep, I want money too, man. I get
Yeah. If
it.
I was 19 years old and someone offered me $10 million to play a sport, I'd take that and invest it pretty wisely and not, use my eligibility and sit at home the rest of my life. But
That sounds good to me.
speaking of the transfers and stuff, I mean, we got. I think that's another part of the whole thing, right? I mean, Signetti's a great coach, but I think I've said it before. I'm not a huge fan. I mean, he gets it done. I understand that, but the way he does it, there's no loyalty. Like, I mean, how many of those guys were on
Just JMU
Indiana's
guys.
team
Yeah. Like those,
for 4 years?
but that's why I said I think there was maybe like few
Yeah, I mean,
that
there's
they,
no
you know,
loyalty in
no
sports
loyalty.
anymore. There's no. I mean, you get as soon as the season's over. See, I mean, so Michigan lost on New Year's Eve. Ohio State lost on New Year's Eve, and I mean, we were together. And how quickly after those games did you look at your phone and go, "Oh, this guy's hitting the transfer portal. This guy's hitting the transfer portal." There's no loyalty, no nothing. And again, I'm going to agree with Dan Lanning. I think you shouldn't be able to do anything until after the championship game. No coaching changes, no transfers, no anything until the last day of after the day after the championship.
Because it's not fair for, like, especially school. I mean, obviously schools can bring in those guys because they know that they just won a lot of, fans over and all that stuff. So they could easily get the transfers, but it's just harder for those coaches to get those transfers because of not waiting until after the championship game. And it should be after the championship game.
And,
1000%. Like,
and it's just not fair to the current guys on the team. I mean, well, during Signetti and Lanning's press conference, they said, "Oh, I was out recruiting transfers." So you're taking time away from your current team to go get guys to replace those guys because your right tackle wasn't good enough this year. Oh, we're going to get a new right tackle. Well, the current guy, instead of training him, you're just saying, you're okay.
yeah. And like I said, it's just, you should be able to get, like I said, one transfer. I feel like for sure, if like you're in a bad situation, something like that. But if you try to get a second transfer, you shouldn't be able to transfer a second time. It's just not fair for other kids because, like you said, it used to be if you got recruited at that school, you stayed at that school. Like, and you dealt with whatever repercussions that you decided to stay, you wanted to go there. So, and
Yep.
that's why you always saw a lot of guys, like, I'm gonna use basketball as an example here, but like you watch Tom Izzo, his guys, right? His guys from Michigan State, like some of them, yeah, like if they're good enough to play at their freshman year, then yeah, they'll play. But if not, they slowly build them up, build them up, build them up. By their junior, senior year, they're really, really good. So it's just Tom Izzo knows how to do that, but like he doesn't want to go out to the transfer portal. He loves his guys, and that's what he wants. Like he's like, I'm committed to you. So, and he
Yep.
said that to Conan Carr, right? Just you
Whoa.
know,
Going for a ride.
as I'm breaking stuff around here. A couple weeks, or I think like a week ago, he said that I'm committed to you. So I thought that was always really cool. That as a player, that makes you feel good that he is committed to you and not wanting to go out and trying to go get somebody better.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I think there's a lot wrong with college football right now. And that's definitely part of it. And I think the other part is the playoffs. I mean, obviously our teams have benefited, right? I mean, that first year Ohio State wouldn't have even been in it, but they got in as a 4 and they ran the table. Michigan got in and did their thing. And same thing with Ohio State 2 years ago, right? They lost to Michigan, got a week off, came back, and just looked like the best team in football, and which is awesome. But to piggyback off of that, the teams with the first round bye are 1-7. I mean,
Yeah, that's
Indiana's the
just
only team that won, and
Yeah, that should tell you right there that if you get that bye, like, is it even worth it? Because guys, they're committed, right? Like, you might get that bye week, right? Obviously, in the middle of the year, or whatever your bye week is, or whatever that's just normal, though. But then
Yeah.
you get second bye, and then guys kind of lose focus, right? Like,
Well, I mean,
know
you
that
get
they're
a month
training
off.
every day. Yeah.
You're getting a month off, and no coach in their right mind is going to have full hit practice. I mean, who's going to go out there and say, okay, go take the hit, quarterback? I mean, these teams they have to play are already in game mode, right? They had 2 weeks to prepare. They played a game the week before. They hit. You know,
Yeah, they
whatever.
felt that live action because obviously, you're not gonna hit your quarterback as hard as you can. You don't want to
Right.
do that. You don't want to injure your star guy, right? That would or
So
one of your star guys,
and then
you
the
know.
next week you come out and you play a team that hasn't played in 30 days or something like that. And it takes you a minute. I mean, any sport, right? I mean, you don't shoot a basketball for a couple years and you go out and it takes you a solid hour or so to get your shot back. I mean, it's it's just not. I don't know. It's not. I don't want to say it's not fair. It's football, but I don't think the higher ranked teams are getting rewarded the correct way.
Right. Well, like I said, I just feel like they shouldn't have a 12 team. They should it's just or at least not have a bye week for any of them, you know? Like
Yeah.
if it's kind of like you do like the March Madness have like the one against the 12 seed and or
Yeah. Right. I
so on
mean,
and so forth.
I've heard guys try to say, "Well, March Madness." Well, yeah, but everybody has the same amount of time off, and then you come in and you're fresh. Like it's totally different. You aren't the one seed isn't getting a bye against the 16. It,
Yeah, they still got to play.
they still are playing a live game. Like it doesn't happen often, but it does happen. I mean, but they need to relook at it. I think they will. I don't think guys like us are the only ones that see it. I think Saban said it, Dan Lanning said it. Coaches are starting to catch on that maybe it's better to lose, right? Maybe it's better to take the Ohio State method and lose a game or two,
Mhm.
and then
And
get home field advantage, and then just keep going.
yeah, once you like I said, once you regain that momentum, it's hard to stop then. But like I said, you get those guys that have a month off, like I said, how are you going to get guys to refocus and say, "Hey, we've been doing this all year," and then it's like, "Oh, well, hey, we're going to take like a week and a half, 2 week off break. We'll see who we play, and then we'll come back and try to." And it's like, how are guys supposed to do that? Like, it's hard
Right.
to get back in that mindset because
Yep.
I mean, yes, they are. Some kids are older, right? But I mean, professional athletes, right? They they get those, long hiatuses, but like they come back and they play then for their whole year, and then like the NFL doesn't do this, so they just need to I think look at
Yeah, it's
what they
crazy too. I mean, bring up the NFL, right? We're in the middle of NFL playoffs, right? There's what four teams left, but why don't they do something like the NFL playoffs, right? I mean, granted, Indiana are in the table, so it's hard to use that as an example. But take Oregon last year, right? They got they're the number one seed. They're this, they're that, and then they have to play Ohio State. Well, why don't they reseed like the NFL playoffs, right? Why don't the lowest seed has to play the highest seed, right? That in my mind that makes sense, you know.
completely agree.
And March Madness, you kind of get the same thing, but it's kind of a chance thing, right? Like the one seed essentially has the easiest path. They're supposed to, right? And the number one overall seed is supposed to be in the easiest bracket section, essentially, right? You're supposed to make it. That's the reward, right? The reward is we're going to give you the easiest, take that term lightly, path to the championship because you've been the best team all year.
Exactly.
And this system just doesn't reward that. And maybe it shouldn't. I don't know. But in my mind, it just makes sense. You're telling these kids, these guys, these coaches, whatever, like it just doesn't matter. you're just going to get thrown to the wolves at the end after you spent 12 games just running the table or doing whatever you needed to do.
Just yeah, it's a yeah. They don't change it. It's gonna keep being how it is, I feel like, and I feel like it's gonna keep turning off fans for college football, sadly.
Mm-hmm.
You know? It's just because, when we growing up, college football we thought was the coolest, greatest thing ever, right? It was just so cool to watch. And,
Oh, it was cool
obviously
to
you
watch.
only,
And
yeah.
then once you found out the BCS rankings were whack,
Yeah. Wow. Yes, that is also true.
but yeah, so I mean, and we had 2 participants in our challenge. So thanks to Reese and my brother Vincent for joining that, and congratulations, Reese. I'm pretty sure he picked Indiana to win it. We all picked the Buckeyes, which sounded like a good choice at the time. But
Yep. Yes, it is.
Reese, your T-shirt is in process. It's processing, and Vincent, for being a good sport, we got you one too. So,
Well, I don't think
well,
we should get participation trophies. What is that?
what's that?
No participation trophies now. Come on now.
No, there's only 2. Yeah,
There's only 2, so it's okay. If there was 3,
but
we'd be pushing it though.
yeah, that'd be pushing it. But we're gonna do a March Madness bracket. Hopefully, we get a couple more people for that one. That one's easier. Men, women, children. You don't have to know anything about basketball or anything
Literally
about
just
sports, for that matter, to fill out a March Madness bracket. And usually, the less you know, the better you do.
my wife
Uh,
always goes off the mascots
yep.
or just
Colors, something.
colors,
I
something like that.
will. I will sit for hours and fill out a bracket and lose to the person that has never watched a game of basketball in their life.
Yep.
So you guys have that to look forward to, because you can always at least beat me. That's usually a given.
And you probably beat me too, so don't worry.
Yeah. So uh, that's what we got coming down the pipeline. But now we kind of touched it, but there's 4 teams left in the NFL playoffs.
Yeah, can't believe
Patriots,
that's
Broncos, Seahawks, and
Rams.
Rams. Yeah, there you go. Who do you think, John? Who's winning it?
Well, after the injury of Bo Nix, it's kind of a shoe in, right? You feel like the Patriots are going to have to I mean, don't get me wrong, it's probably going to be hard playing in Denver still. I'm not saying it's not, but it's just Drake May has been, showing you all year that he can, other than, I mean, obviously he didn't look good against the Texans, but neither did CJ Stroud. So like they were playing who could play just good enough to get them over the hump. But
That
now,
was a sloppy game.
yeah, both of them were playing like they both didn't want to win the game. That's how bad it looked, But obviously, you got to give a little bit of the weather, right? The weather was just crappy as could be. But I mean, it's just you probably think the Patriots are probably going to win, at least the AFC Championship. But then the NFC, that could go hit or miss. It's both 2 NFC West teams, right? They've already met twice in the same regular season.
Yeah.
So that's just going to be, I think, a great game. I mean, will Sam Darnold actually pull it out? Because we'll see. But for me, obviously, I think the Rams. I just feel like I just have just enough firepower. I mean, they just got a couple better receivers. Like JSN is the GOAT receiver, right? I think he's pretty goated. But you got Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams, so like that's a big, that's 2 guys
Yeah.
there. And Matthew Stafford was playing at an MVP level season this year, even though they're 12-5. He still had an MVP caliber season, so it could be hit or miss.
There's not really a team I'm really pulling for. There's usually one that I'm like, hey, this would be cool. But I guess it'd have to be the Broncos now, just because they lost their quarterback. But man, I don't know. There's not really a team that sticks out for me. But
I'm not saying anything bad about Jarrett Stidham, but because he was a number 1 recruit like in his class, which is just crazy to think.
Yeah.
Like he was in Joe Burrow's class, and Joe Burrow was ranked like 7th. So that tells you though that people take different lines of things, and go different places, and obviously we know how Joe Burrow is, but a lot of people don't remember Jarrett Stidham as much. So it's
Yeah.
just we'll see what he can bring to the table.
Either that or they just don't know how to rank players.
Also very true.
Which is I've seen a couple times. But so you're saying you want the Rams, huh? You give
Yeah,
give
I think I'd
John
have to
give
go with the
John the
Rams.
Rams, and I'll pull with the Broncos. I don't. We'll see.
Yeah, I
So
don't want to see the Patriots win. They're supposed to have a few, like, I don't know, 10 to 15-year gap before they start getting good again, because they
yeah,
had Tom Brady forever, and then they're like, you're not supposed to recover that quick.
boy, I'd like to see Mike Vrabel win though. But we'll
Yeah,
stick
Mike
with the
Vrabel
Broncos.
would be he is a great coach. He was just in a crappy situation when he was in Tennessee, and that just, they thought he wasn't a good coach, but really he is a good coach. It's just
Yeah,
Tennessee is kind of sadly a poverty franchise,
right. So
So
we'll stick with NFL. Coaching changes. We got some resignations. We got some firings. We've had some hires. Again, we have been out of the loop here. But we're back. We're back. So
yes.
we'll
So
start with
let's see. I mean,
we'll start here. We'll go Pittsburgh first, right? I mean, God, Tomlin's gone. I think I texted you and Vincent. I mean, the second I saw it hit the presses, 19 years of, I'm going to call it suffering. Of mediocre football. I think.
yeah,
I
one
mean,
mediocre, like, and then obviously one Super Bowl win out of it, but
well, again, still Bill Cowher's team. I mean, you had all those guys. You lost a couple. You still had Ben. You still had all these guys. He was the coach, but was he really coaching? I mean, and then you saw what happened when Ben left, and just that mediocre. I think that's worse than. I'd rather gone like 2-14 and got good picks. But you
because
get
you're always squeaking into the playoffs. Like, it's great. Ooh, you
you
made it to
get
the
8 and
playoffs,
8,
but
9 and 8. You get in the first round of the playoffs, and then you lose, and then you get a mid-level pick. I mean, Pittsburgh has always drafted low. I think they've always drafted low, but you get a mid-level pick, and you aren't getting the top guys. You aren't getting these great players.
yeah,
They're great. They're good players. Don't get me wrong, but you aren't getting these number one overall picks or top 10 picks. Like you're at 15, 16, 22, somewhere in there, and it's like, what are we gonna do, guys?
yeah. Like I said, I feel like if you guys would have lost more, you guys would have gotten better, obviously, picks, and probably a better chance of feeling, because you might have just had, you just need a couple down years, really, like down years, that could help you gain back what obviously you guys have a great running back duo now, Warren and fucking Gainwell,
Children show PG. No more up pumps.
and you get one in PG films.
You used it, so no more.
So yeah, you can't use it now. So, but yeah, so that's, Mike Tomlin stepping down is just, I was just very surprised, because I don't think Pittsburgh was ever going to fire him, just because that's
No.
Pittsburgh for you.
Yeah, I think that's what they hang their hat on, is they've had 4 coaches in the history of the franchise. I mean, and yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I've seen a lot of rumors. I've seen some interviews, and I've seen this and that and the other, and they'll hire somebody, and we won't be happy about it, but it'll probably work out.
It'll
But
all work out, probably.
so staying in the AFC
Definitely get to the
North,
first round.
which is shocking. Freaking Harbaugh, John Harbaugh, man.
Yeah,
You don't make
that was
you lose. I think he got shafted. You missed the playoffs on a missed field goal against your rival, and see ya. I mean,
yeah. I mean, his situation now with the Giants, right? That's going to be see how let's see how they play out. I mean, he is. I'm not saying he's a bad coach. It's just it will be interesting to see.
Yep. Yeah, we'll see. So the Ravens already got his replacement though. They we just saw this about an hour or so ago. It broke here on Thursday night. It's probably Friday morning right now, but Thursday night that Jesse Minter. I mean,
Yeah, that's
oh,
a
name you guys know well up here.
yes. I think it's going to be. I was surprised though. I mean, I'm happy for him, but I'm just surprised because with the Chargers hiring Mike McDaniel, right? Like I thought, Jesse Minter, man, that would have been those
That would be
three would have
sweet.
been it would have been dangerous, like real dangerous. I'm not. Jesse Minter knows how to, obviously coach pretty good. So we'll see how he does though with the head coaching gig, because obviously we see with another Michigan, person of Harbaugh, he's, doing with the Seattle, right? So good old Mike McDaniel, I think, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's
we'll,
it's it's definitely interesting. I mean, shoot, we could probably go on for an hour about all the head coaches. You know,
well, one more. We'll just say probably one more, and we can move on. But Sean McDermott getting fired from the Bills is just the most.
yeah, yeah.
That was the
That
most
just
surprising.
proves
Yeah,
these
but
these owners are more worried about getting a franchise quarterback, right? I mean, get a quarterback, and then if they don't like the coach, get rid. Not saying Josh Allen don't like McDermott, but like if the coach doesn't work out, if they don't win a Super Bowl, well, just keep the quarterback. Quarterback's fine. Get a new coach.
yeah, and
I guess
McDermott's one of the most winning coaches.
well, that's the old Denver Bronco way, right? I mean, that's what they did with Elway. Elway didn't like the coach, so they went out and got a new one.
Yeah, it's just how it goes, So it's just, I guess we'll see. So
Yeah, yeah. So we
see what
got
they do and who they're going to hire because they obviously I don't know who they're going to hire. That's kind
yeah.
of I mean, that would be a great job for somebody, right? Because you have Josh Allen and you got James Cook, but then they got a pretty good defense. So like whoever gets
They're,
whoever gets that
they're
job, I
getting
feel like is going
handed
to
the
be
key. Getting handed the keys to Ferrari. I mean, that's for
yeah,
sure.
yeah, 1000% on that one. So we'll see what they do and go from there. So
Yeah. So we covered. We got a little bit of MLB news. I mean, we got Cody Bellinger just signed with what's it, the Yankees?
Yankees,
The
yep,
Yankees, yeah, the Yankees. Uh, Dodgers are going to cause a lockout.
yeah, probably. So I mean, it sucks because we all wish we had owners that wanted to do the same thing that the Dodgers are doing, which is go out and get the best players and try to win the game, right? Which is great, but it sucks when there's only one team doing it, pretty much.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they have more guarantee money than some rosters in general. I mean,
Yeah,
which is
yeah,
insane.
yeah,
So
which is crazy. So
yeah, there's our MLB update. I mean,
yeah, there's so much to
Dodgers
say
quit it.
because yeah, yeah. So
We got NHL and NBA going here. They're in full swing. We got. Saw the Blue Jackets got they get a new coach or interim coach or something.
I think it was an interim coach if I
Interim
remember.
coach,
Yeah.
and the last I saw, they won 4 or 5 in a row. I don't know what
Yeah,
they did.
I usually that's always how it goes, right? Yeah, you get a new coach and all that stuff. That's what the Red Wings did last year, with Todd McCullum. They started off slow, and then they got the new coach, and then they had a really great time. And then obviously after the Four Nations last year, that's when they kind of went, kind of downhill.
Yeah,
But that's just for me. Obviously, being a Detroit fan, I am ecstatic. The Pistons are number one in the Eastern Conference. Like
yeah,
that, from 14-ish wins a couple years ago to
yeah.
so
I
far
mean, you're
2
just
wins
yeah,
is
it's crazy.
insane. Detroit is obviously hockey is also doing really good, but the Atlantic division is just insane. Like we just beat the Leafs last night. We're playing the Wild tonight in a back-to-back, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, Detroit's tied for first in the Eastern Conference, which is just crazy to think. Obviously Colorado is in the Western Conference, and kind of like, with Oklahoma City in the Western Conference, they're just kind of top tier guys out there. So
Yeah, I
I'm just
mean,
hype. So
I don't even know. I'm gonna look it up real quick. I haven't looked at the NHL standings. Where are the Blue
your
Jackets?
guy, I believe you got
Almost last. There
almost left. Yes, you are
you go.
in sevens, but hey, you're not the Rangers, so that's good.
Well, can't
There's
be
still time
perfect.
to improve for sure. But
But yeah, I mean, hockey's going hockey. Hockey's doing hockey. We just went and watched the USA development team, U17 team a couple nights ago. That was good stuff. Those guys are crazy good.
yeah,
But
they know how to play, that's for sure.
yeah, NBA. I've seen Cavs highlights here and there. Again, don't really follow too much, but yeah, I can't be too mad. I guess we're going down, right? We're going down in a couple months to watch the Blue Jackets
Yeah, it's the Kraken.
get my brother's birthday. We'll go down. We'll watch them. Maybe we'll do a couple clips. Maybe we'll try to run down on the ice or something stupid.
Yeah, you think if we do like this one man did like for a Super Bowl thing, like will there be a streaker at the Super Bowl and he ran out and he won a lot of money? So
Yeah,
maybe
he
we should
won
do
his
that.
stuff.
See if
Yeah.
we can play.
At the
So
March 22nd Blue Jackets game, will there be take the over? Just kidding. Just kidding. Don't want to get kicked out before we even get to go. But
yeah, that would kind of suck. We don't want to do that.
so we're not gonna do that. It was a joke. Haha, funny
Yeah,
content.
we like to be funny on this podcast if we can.
Yeah, it's just content. But yeah, speaking of hockey, last episode was our Eastern Michigan
Yeah.
girls hockey. What do we got? I know that game we want
Yeah,
to go to is coming up.
they are playing upcoming here on Saturday at the Yost Ice Arena in Michigan
Oh,
at 8 o'clock. So would be a pretty cool time to go see them, maybe. You know,
maybe so.
so
Yeah, I know this weekend and next weekend, right? They got some games that we might be able to go
yeah,
to.
they did just play though the first time since December 7th, and they sadly did lose against Grand Valley 3-0. But it's first game back after a long break. That's kind of hard sometimes to get the girls back to probably get going and
Yeah,
all that
that's
stuff. So
probably when I should have gone to practice and scored on them.
yeah, because then they
Got
would
out
have
there.
probably been like, oh, we need to get her because this guy's scoring on us. So
Guy that can't even skate got out there, but
yeah.
still on though.
So
I'm still looking, still gonna do it.
oh yeah, well we still got time. January 31st is they do versus Michigan again. They actually have to back to back. They play at U of M Dearborn on January 30th, and then the next night they play January 31st at Easterns. So we can maybe try to catch that
Yeah,
one because they're home again.
let's see what we can do for that one.
Just
Uh,
it is a late start though. I see it is at 8:35 p.m. That is
Perfect.
a late game, but maybe if you get out there and start ripping shots off of them, maybe they'll get some good practice in. So
Yeah, there we go. There we go. Go out there and warm them up a little bit. There we go. But
I
yeah,
think that's always
let's
a good plan.
let's shoot for that one. Maybe we'll load up, get some post game interviews.
That's
Start doing the
we can get
media.
some. I'm sure we can get some post game interviews. I'm sure I can text the coaches over there and just say, hey, can we do a post game interview just for fun and see what we
Yeah,
can get? And I'm sure they would like that. So
yeah, we're getting serious here. We're going for content. We're it's new year, new whistle. Same whistle. I don't know.
yeah,
We're
I think that's always that's a good plan to do.
we're gonna switch it up a little bit. Get some
Then that
content.
leads us to well, now that leads us into, are you going to join the Tiger Woods Golf League? I
Dude,
know
you
you're
see me play golf.
avid
Come
golfer.
on, you see me play golf. The only positive about that one, I really believe this. There's no water, so I can't throw it into the water. Throw my club into the water.
It's you can't do the Happy Gilmore, so
Yeah. So
so that's at least the plus of it. But
that is
yeah,
the coolest concept. I you take a golf simulator and then just precisely place it. It is. If you guys haven't watched it, I really suggest you do. I think it's Tuesday nights on ESPN, right? It's TGL, right? TGL
Yep,
golf or
PTO. Yeah,
something.
well, they
Yeah,
just had their first Albatross this past week
yeah,
with Justin
yeah,
Rose, and that was pretty cool. So
yeah. Which was that was sweet. But yeah, it's I mean for people that don't know, it's virtual golf. I mean, you hit into a simulator, and then you drive, you chip, and then you get onto a green and putt. I mean, it's golf. It's
yeah, it's cool for I feel like the fans that get to go because they actually get to see them up and close and personal for more
yeah,
than just like maybe 5 to 10 seconds, or and
right.
just because most fans, if you're either at the drive, you're at where they drive, or you're out in the middle somewhere in the fairway, but if they don't hit it close to you, well, you're not gonna probably be able to see them. So it's just, or if you're up in the stands watching them putt, but like, obviously I feel like the Masters obviously is top tier, right? You would want to go and watch that, in person,
Yeah,
I think would just be awesome. But obviously there has to be a lottery system for that, sadly. So,
yep.
it's
Didn't get
hard
in
to
it.
get tickets for that.
Didn't get
But
my name
obviously
pulled.
all the other courses, yes. You and I can go and interview, right? With Wilson Vasquez,
Get
and
our
then yeah.
media passes. Yeah,
Get passes, it would be hilarious.
yeah.
So no, that
But
would be I think I agree with you on that one. It would be just cool to see, tell people to, go see that. Like they would be cool to, like I said, if you like golf, it's great. It's a great watch. It really is. So
oh yeah, it's. I mean, these guys. It's still serious. It's not just hidden into the simulator. It's they're treating it like it's legitimate golf, which is
yeah,
pretty cool.
I mean, they're a little bit more joking around probably, right? Because that's just, you know, how it is.
A
But
little bit. I
you
mean, I
know,
what last year was it last year when Tiger they gave Tiger the wrong club and he hit it about
yeah.
50 yards instead of 200
And
yards. And
he's like looking, he's like, "What? You gave me the wrong," So
yeah,
it's just, it is a little bit of fun, but obviously it's serious, but it's fun too. So I think if you're trying to get into golf a little bit and trying to learn, I think just watching this kind of makes it more fun because golf isn't really that serious for people like us. We're amateurs, like we're just out there to have some fun and, you know,
eat
shoot the
hot
breeze
dogs
and
and
yeah,
drink
eat hot
beer.
dogs. Yeah. So I guess that leads us into some the Olympics are finally coming around the corner here.
Yeah, we got some Winter Olympics coming up. We got like pick the right hat for the night, I guess.
Yeah, I knew why you wore it. I saw it and I
Yeah,
was like, I know why you're wearing it.
uh-huh.
So
Yeah. It's not like I planned the episode out or anything. But no, Olympics, what, February 6th, I think,
yeah, it's
is
coming up
opening
real soon.
ceremonies.
I think it's opening ceremonies is yes, February 6th, if I remember right. Or is it, let's see. We're gonna look right now to make sure. Yes, February 6th to the 22nd. So
And they
yeah,
are,
that's gonna be a fun time for sure.
where are they this year? I can't,
They are in Italy this year.
Italy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So one thing about the Winter Olympics, I feel like it is, um, it feels like there's less things to do in the Winter Olympics just because there is, but really there's still a good amount of obviously competition and stuff like that because it's the best in the world, right? So
Oh, yeah.
like,
I mean,
so it's always a
whatever it
good,
is.
yeah, it's going to be a great time, I think. So,
Yeah.
so it's, what is your favorite Winter Olympic sport to watch?
That is I'm going the typical white man answer, and that's curling.
Curling. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Slide it down the ice and
Yeah, you get a sweep, 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 so
sweep it, sweep it, sweep it. And I mean, it's simple. It's the one game where I can pick it up every time. I mean, there's a lot of games, a lot of the games I have to go and relook up the rules or watch 3 or 4 matches before I remember what the heck the rules are.
yeah,
But
it can be difficult if you don't know. So, for me, it has to be probably the biathlon. I love the biathlon. It's where they're skiing and skiing, and then they have to stop, and then at like those posts, and then shoot, and then go
yeah,
again, and go back around. And I'm like, I love watching that. I don't know why. It's just those are some athletes right there because obviously their heart rate's up and they're because they've been
Yeah.
skiing and they're doing this and then they have to go and shoot and try to calm down for a second and shoot and
Right. Yeah,
I think
that's
that's just really
challenging.
fun.
Yeah,
So
I think there's a couple other. I mean, I like the luge and the bobsled stuff is also pretty fun to watch. But
would that be
honestly,
scary though if you were like because a bobsled, it can be scary, but like I mean you could tip over. It does happen. I'm not saying it doesn't. But like luge, man, you're by yourself sitting in the back going like this, or the skeleton when you're laying on your stomach.
oh, the
That's
skeleton
just
is crazy.
people like just head first, and I was like, that is just I
Yeah,
could no. I mean,
I
it's great what they're doing. I just could never.
yeah that stuff is cool. I mean, I'll be honest. I turn the Olympics on and I just watch every event that I can. I mean, figure skating, the luge, the hockey, I mean, whatever it is, I'm gonna watch it. And as long as USA's in it, I'm not turning it off till
Yeah, and most of the time, obviously, they only show you obviously the USA if you're watching like your local NBC broadcast, right? But
yeah.
I would say if you have the Peacock, whatever, like which is the NBC, affiliate with it, there's a what they did with the Summer Olympics a couple years ago. They had a gold zone, which was really
Oh
cool, and
yeah, that
it
was
was
cool.
all gold, and so it was all sports, and I thought that was just the coolest thing,
Yeah, every gold
just
medal
because
match you could watch. Yeah,
yeah, and so, especially if it's being in Italy, it's gonna be only like, 2 o'clock in the afternoon here when it's, late at night over there. So like all the gold stuff is gonna be happening at that time for us. So
yeah,
obviously we don't get to see it because until later on at night. And so you could obviously look up everything already before, but obviously NBC does broadcast stuff during the day. That's not like they don't, but it's just I think if you have the Peacock and you can watch that gold zone, they cover everything you want. So I think that's like a really cool thing.
yeah. I saw legitimate the Jamaican bobsleds team made it this year.
That's
They did it. They finally did
You have
Cool
never seen
Runnings.
that movie, actually. Have you seen the Cool
Cool
Runnings
Runnings.
movie?
They finally did
Yeah.
it. John Candy's hard work finally paid off.
Yes. A lot of years after his death, sadly, but
Yes.
it finally paid off, yes.
Yeah. But yeah.
So, which do you prefer, though? Do you prefer the winter or do you prefer the summer?
Mm, that is tough. That is a toughie. Each one has something I really enjoy, and I think the summer is just more jam packed with stuff, right? I mean, you have track and field, but how many events are within track and field, right? Swimming, how many things are packed into swimming? Uh, the gymnastics, how much is packed in the gymnastics? I feel like they don't really have that in the winter. I mean, you got skiing, you have snowboarding, you have these things, but you don't have like an overall category and then subcategories within.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, the only thing they got is probably, speed skating and all that stuff is like the only thing closest to like track and field and stuff like that. Cause there is so many different things also with that. But I
right,
feel like a lot of people track and field has way more events because you have the field part too, right? I mean, obviously you have a lot of events on the track, but the field part, there's a lot of fielding too, on there. So, I feel like a lot of people probably do prefer the summer more just because there is, like you said, more jam-packed stuff. And that's probably why I think summer is more enjoyable to watch. I'm not saying dissing the Olympics in the winter, but it's just, I'm gonna obviously watch the Winter Olympics still. It's not like I'm not gonna sit there and not watch it, but
right.
it's just it's a whole different ball game when it's the summertime because, it feels like summery too, because you're outside and you can be
Yeah,
outside and it's warm and, and inside, obviously you're inside watching it, but you're like, it's cold in here, because we're, from
right.
state that's cold.
Our minus 20 degrees this morning.
Yeah. And it's going to just be as bad tomorrow. So,
Yeah. All right. So summer Olympics are fun, right? I mean, it's jam packed. A lot of sports we know, a lot of stuff we enjoy watching all the time. Winter Olympics, not so much, but there's still some cool stuff, right? I mean, some facts, some fun facts. We'll go fun facts to get everybody excited to go cheer on Team USA or whatever. country you're from, cheer them on. You know what? Let us know where you're from, because I've seen on our little things we have some people from other places. So let us know your favorite winter Olympic sport, what country you're pulling for this year, and we'll see what happens. See whose country wins it all. Right.
Yeah, that would be
So
that's ideal.
yeah. So some fun facts here. Whew, you go 90 miles an hour in a luge. So the luge, you're laying down on your back flat, and you're cocking your head so you can see down the thing. I don't know how much actual control do you have if you're going up to, you're going up to 90 miles an hour. I
Yeah,
know
I
they have.
mean, obviously they have those things that they kind of turn with it a little bit. They help
Yeah,
out with it, but I feel like that's all you got pretty much. You know, you don't got a lot to because that can be like I said, 90 miles an hour is just crazy.
yeah, it's crazy. And we got just another little fun fact that there's been no Southern Hemisphere country that's hosted the Winter Olympics. So
Yeah, that's just
makes sense.
makes sense. Well, for sure it makes sense. It's just it's interesting that it's never happened though, you know, just
Yeah.
but there just isn't a lot of coldness, I would say, down in the southern hemisphere. I mean, there is. I'm not saying there isn't cold, but not enough to if they had to bring in like snow or try to make snow because they try to do that in some places that it
Right.
can be warmer, but not super warm, but enough that it can make it happen. So
Yep. Yeah. So those are my kind of the only facts I got. You know,
okay, so then quick question then for you, Vaughn. Here's a trivia question for you. Who has won the most gold medals in the Winter Olympics specifically? It can't be the summer because we're not talking about the summer. We're talking about the winter here. So
winter.
gold
You
medals
want
only. Like so.
team? Like what
Yeah.
country?
Yeah. What country? Yep.
Ooh, you know, there's obvious ones, but I don't. I feel like it's not obvious. There's obviously USA and Russia. Those kind of come to mind. But man, we'll roll with Russia.
Russia. Okay. It is not Russia. It is actually Norway.
Oh,
Yeah, Norway has always been they just won a lot with the alpine skiing and all that stuff because they are great avid skiers. Well, they do have like the one of the best mountain ranges around, so it
yeah.
makes sense. That's why they probably can practice a lot better than a lot of others. But yeah,
Gee.
no, it's Norway that has the most gold medals in the Winter Olympics.
Wow.
So
Okay. Well, how far behind are we? I mean, we got to be close.
we're not too bad. I think we are the last time I think when I looked up everybody, I think we're fourth because I think it was Norway, I think it goes Germany, and then I thought I saw, can't remember, there was like another team that I was just like highly surprised that. Oh, okay. So updated stats. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong stats. So now it's Norway, USA, which is good, Germany, and then Russia. So and then Canada and Russia are right there.
All right.
So,
So
but yeah,
a couple more Olympics and we got it. I mean, we got it.
well, we are, it says 148 to 114 is where the difference from first to second is. So, so we got probably, yeah, two or three more if we can try to catch up.
We got it.
So, because Vaughn, you're going to make you're going to make it happen, man. You're going to join an Olympic team and just, be that gold medal favorite.
What team's that?
Curling, obviously, because you said you want to be a curler. So,
That's an easy
good
one to
luck
do.
because it is on the ice again. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah. We got to get back on the ice. Man, me and ice sports, I don't know that I could do it.
I'm just saying that's what you said you wanted to do. So,
I said I liked it. Let's be fair.
so because that was the running joke, a few years ago when USA did win in curling, I believe, and they said it looked like garbage man guys. Like they just
Yeah.
pulled off the street and they just balled out. So.
Yeah. Hey, whatever it takes, man. We're training for tech ball.
Oh, right. Yeah, tech ball.
Yeah, we got summer Olympic dreams.
Yeah.
Tech ball.
That's probably the better option for us.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do. But no, we're gonna try to be better. Not try to be better. We're gonna be better.
We're gonna be better. Yes.
We got goals. We got we're gonna try. We're gonna again. We're not trying. We're doing. Fridays are gonna be the release day for Whistle podcast. We're gonna do every Friday, probably early morning. Release it. Again, tell your friends, like, share, subscribe, share it on Facebook, Twitter, text it to your friends, text it to your mom, your dad. Have your mom and dad text it to their friends. I don't care who listens. Just
however you can do it, however you can share.
however you got to do it. We if you like looking at our ugly mugs, and share it. If not, share it and make somebody else's day worse. I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever you got to do. We're gonna knuckle down. We're gonna put out some content. We're hopefully gonna get some of you guys on here and interact and have some fun and maybe try a couple different things this year. So
I think that sounds like an awesome time.
2026 is the year for Whistle to Whistle.
It is indeed, because we're not trying, we're doing. So
yeah, no more trying. Trying was last year. This is the year of doing.
I agree. So
on that note,
yeah,
your inspirational speech for the night, for the day, for the weekend. Thanks for listening, and we will see you next Friday.
Yes, next Friday we'll see you for sure.